I've just fell in love with OpenClaw. All my agents run on it, my content, my leads, my admin, all of it. So you need to understand how weird it is that I'm about to show you something that might replace it already. With OpenClaw, my agent does the same thing today that it did a month ago. Same output, same Claude invoice. And I can't tell if it's getting better without coding my own solution. And then here comes Hermes Agent to change the game. A self-improving agent, a lightweight Python library. I'm going to break it down side by side with OpenClaw. Who built it, why that matters, and the one big thing it does that OpenClaw doesn't. Most AI platforms right now are AI rackets. They take someone else's model and slap a pretty UI on it, add some scheduling and charge you monthly. There's nothing wrong with that, but there's a ceiling. A wrapper can only be as smart as the model it's renting. It can't go deeper, it can't change how the underlying brain works. So what happens when the people that build the actual brain build the agent too? Hermes is an agent built by New Research, a French company that builds AI models too. I'm on the GitHub now and look at this growth. That's not normal. Hermes is written in Python. It's a lightweight loop. It's an entirely different thing. Now maybe you've seen everyone running out and buying Mac Minis to build their OpenClaw setups, dedicated hardware, the whole thing. Or you've been smashing your credits and hitting your limits. And here's where the differences start. Hermes runs on a $5 VPS or serverless, which practically costs nothing to run. And it gets better. Hermes has a 75% reduction in token costs because of some clever prompt caching. So not only is the infrastructure cheaper, every single conversation your agent has cost you a fraction of what you would be paying. But cheaper doesn't matter if your data, keys, and credentials are leaking out the back door. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, security. What makes OpenClaw great also makes it inherently insecure. To add skills, you have to add unvetted plugins. Your prompts, all of it passing through layers that you don't control. And look, maybe that's fine when you're automating social posts, but when it's handling financial data, start to feel a bit exposed. Hermes is built differently. Among other things, it has a dangerous command threat system. Sexy, I know. What this means though is when the system detects something potentially dangerous, it prompts for approval. That security system improves every time via a smart approval system. And if you're running a business, that matters. Now you know it's cheap to run and has security built in, but that's not the best thing about it. So here's the deal. I've just dropped a video on why I love OpenClaw. OpenClaw works, let me be clear about that. It's a great tool and I've only just scratched the surface, but I find myself continually building in these monitoring solutions so I can tell if it's actually improving the process. There's no feedback loop, no performance score, no hey, this one worked better than last time. It's a black box that's been bugging me for months. Same output, same invoice, no actual improvement. So here's what Hermes does different. And once you see it, you might be wondering why you used OpenClaw. Every AI agent you've ever used works in the same way. You give it a task, it runs the task, and next time it just does the same thing. It's like a vending machine. Put $1 in, you get the same candy bar out. So what would it look like if the agent actually remembered what worked? That's not a small difference. That's the difference between a tool that learns and a tool that stays flat. And compounding is the biggest force in business. Let me show you what this actually looks like under the hood. Here's what's happening inside Hermes. When it runs a task, it doesn't just give you the answer and move on. It executes, then it evaluates its own output, stores what it learned, and the next time it runs that same type of task, it pulls from that memory. So it's cheap to run and it's security conscious. At this point, you're probably asking yourself, should I just switch? Here's my honest take on who should use which one right now, because this isn't as simple as Hermes went. My admin agent, my content, my leads, all of it runs on OpenClaw. I'm not about to change that to prove a YouTube point. If you want something up and running by Friday with no hassle, OpenClaw wins hand down. But my next agent, that's going on Hermes. So I want to see what the difference is 3 months from now. Look, I still love OpenClaw. It's an amazing product. I'm not going anywhere soon, but it's worth looking at this and testing it out now while it's still early. Now you've seen the improvement loop, the cost reduction and security built in. And you've seen me, the guy that's been ranting about OpenClaw, say that he's going to build his next agent on Hermes. That loop, task, evaluate, improve, repeat, the whole industry is going that way. But knowing about Hermes and actually building with it are two different things. You need to see it set up, running real tasks and improving in real time, not just a diagram. So in the next video, I'll set it up and give it its first task. So smash that subscribe button if you want to see how this new agent works over time. Go out and create something, and I'll see you in the next one. Or if you want to watch an OpenClaw tutorial that I just created on why that's great, I'll leave a link to the video down here. All right, go out and create something, and I'll see you in the next one.